So, we are just at the episode number 20 of Choco Zone Podcast. We have seen all our partners in our been to bar schools around the world in the beginning. Then, we met some of the best bean to bar chocolate from South of America, United States, Africa, Middle East, Australia, and Europe. Now, we go in the Far East. Far East has a great opportunity with cocoa. Here we have one of the biggest producers of cocoa in the world, Indonesia. Indonesia is so big and the bean to bar chocolate became a reality only since few years ago. One of the most famous chocolate in Indonesia is Mongo Chocolate, and here we have the founder. He is in Java Island at Yogyakarta. And now, it is time to see this episode with another opinion leader of this great movement of craft chocolate. Enjoy! Welcome to another episode of Choco Zone. This time we are in a special country of cacao. We are in Indonesia. Indonesia is a very populous nation. They are more than 270 million of people. Indonesia is very large. Sumatra, Java, Borneo, Papua, Sulawesi. So millions and millions of kilometers near the equator line. So it is good for cocoa, but here the chocolate is not so common. They like more. They use more compound. This happened until few years ago when somebody started to make chocolate there in the city of Yogyakarta and started to make pralines. So I am very proud to have this pioneer for Indonesian market, Thierry Detournay, that he is the owner of Mongo Chocolate. Hello Thierry, how are you?
Umberto, I'm fine, and you?
I am okay.
Hi Thierry, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's already night here, so it's dark.
Yeah, and you are in the garden, so
You might
great.
hear frogs making noise.
No
It's a topic.
problem. We like the animals, all the animals, so no problem. Thierry, normally we ask to our guest to introduce himself, so we have to do the same now with you. I know that you have an incredible story. I think that someone could think to make a movie on it, from Belgium to the country of fine chocolate to the east of world near the Borneo, over the India, and then you arrive in Yogyakarta. So please tell us the plot of this movie.
Yeah. It's a movie for myself because I was not supposed to become what I became. So from a quite classic life in Belgium. Yeah, I spent my childhood in Brussels, and I had a dream. Actually, I wanted to work with animals and to be in the jungle. So that was already my dream of kind of go out of Belgium. So I studied biology for 1 year, but didn't like the study. so I moved to psychology, which I finished. I finished up psychology. I almost dropped out because I wanted to travel. So I really wanted to go to India. So after I finished my psychology, I got a good level actually. Yeah. So that was I was proud of finishing it, but I really want to travel. So I worked for a while, and then I went to India for 4 months. So that was my first trip. And then I came back to Belgium, and I became social street worker. So I work with kids from immigrant families in Brussels for about 7 years. And then that was very nice. I like it a lot because it was sport and adventure projects that we organized with them. It was good because we bring the kids out of their area, their city, and then to face the law of nature for
Yeah.
them very interesting and give them self-confidence. So after about 7 years, I worked in that project. I felt I want to travel again, and so I decided to stop and to travel for 1 year. So back again to India, but then I did Southeast Asia, and then yeah, of course, all the countries like Thailand, Nepal, Burma, and yeah, and then I finished in Indonesia. So after 1 year, you don't want to see too much temples anymore. You'll be tired of all the.
So your interest in chocolate, it happened when you arrived to Yogyakarta, isn't it?
Well, my interest, because I'm Belgian, I've always been interested in chocolate, but
Okay. But in eating chocolate or in making chocolate?
no, not making chocolate.
Okay.
So when I arrive in Jogja and I start to live here in about 2001, I didn't really know what to do. So it was totally open. I really felt like I want to meet the people, understand the culture, learn the language, and but when you go to another country, after a certain moment, you miss many things, and you miss the food, you miss some specialties, the culture, eventually the family, of course. And me, what I was missing, it was chocolate, because in Georgia I couldn't find any good chocolate at that time. Only imported chocolate sometimes, like Lindt or things like that, but half melted, in the supermarket, not very good to eat. And the rest was compound chocolate. So really like the sugar, the palm oil, and a little bit of cocoa powder in the chocolate. That was the only thing available. So I felt like, wow, that's terrible for me. I couldn't eat any chocolate. And besides that, I was there. And it was a Valentine's Day, and I could see these people. They're buying all this compound chocolate to give to their girlfriend or boyfriend for like, wow, that's a nice, fantastic gift. And me in Belgium, I mean, we have nice praline, bottle of chocolate. So I said, wow, that's crazy. I have to do something.
But when you started making chocolate, do you think that the fact that you are from Belgium helped you, and in which way?
Well, it helped me because I knew the taste, and I have a culture of chocolate in Belgium. We have so many options and good artisan or good chocolate makers. And I've been in when I was kid to those factories like Codor factory in the center of Brussels. So if it's part of my world. But that was it, because I never learned to make chocolate. So and in beginning of 2000 in Indonesia, internet, almost nothing, no Google, no. So to find information and to learn, it was like, oh, so hard. So I had to go back to Belgium, find people to help me a bit. So I got a friend. He created his own business in the chocolate. It was called Planet Chocolate in Brussels. Frank Duval, it's a friend of a friend, so he gave me a bit of help, explanation. I found books, and I started to try to make a few things. But my first chocolate were very basic. So actually, I made my first chocolate was a chocolate truffle. So I found this not so bad chocolate available, and I make like this chocolate truffle, and I share with my friends, Indonesian friends, and they say to me, "Wow, you have to sell this." I say, "What? Sell what? Where? Oh, I had nothing." And so they say, "Yeah, we can sell in the market. There's a market open space. You can go there. It's on the Sunday morning." from 5 in the morning till 7, and there
Wow.
I sold first chocolate on my. So when I was there, I bought this pink Vespa, so Italian
Yeah.
Vespa, so, or from '68, something, an old one, and the color was pink. I didn't really decide for this color, but actually it was good because I transformed the pink Vespa into like a style, So I
Yeah.
used this pink Vespa to sell my first chocolate on the street here, and I was like an attraction here. It was like a
The Belgium guy on the pink Vespa.
yeah, exactly. And so we went with my girlfriend. We went to this morning market. We found a tree to get protected from the sun, so not too hot. With the ice box, full of ice and the chocolate in it, and we put on the table of the Vespa. And of course, we give a lot of chocolate. So there are people they try and they say, "Oh, it's good." That was the beginning.
Yeah. And then how did where do you find the chocolate to use for your truffle, for your pralines, for your products? The fact that you yeah.
The beginning it was I couldn't make any chocolate myself, so I had to find some chocolate. So by really looking around, I finally find somebody selling a bit of couverture chocolate. So they were selling per kilo, especially for the hotels. So I say, oh, I want to try that, and the chocolate was okay, not fantastic, but okay, and those were the first chocolate I used. So the taste was better than the compound, but not yet amazing. So when it became a bit more serious, I really had to find a more sustainable solution
Yeah.
for producing. So then I contact a local factory in Indonesia, based close to Jakarta, and they were making some production of compound also, but also couverture chocolate for export only.
Yeah.
And I explained my project. I want to develop the chocolate and things like that. And they believed in me, and they decided to help me. So I could get chocolate from them with my what I want, the taste I wanted, the level of cocoa I wanted, and I want to have a dark chocolate.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that in Indonesia at that time nobody wants to eat dark chocolate.
Yeah, you started to educate the Indonesian people to understand and to know the chocolate.
Oh yeah, yeah. When they drink tea, they put 5 spoons of sugar in the tea. It's like that.
So when you started, you told us that when you started, you used this icing box to take with you the chocolate. But after you increase your business, so you used to sell to Yogyakarta, to Jakarta, to Bali, in different countries. But the weather there, the humidity there, it's quite different from the European. So can you tell us something about it? I mean, how you do arrange, the shipping of the chocolate?
It makes the chocolate business very complicated. That's maybe the most complicated part because yeah, it's a tropical country, so it's hot all year long. It's pretty stable actually. It's about 30, 32 degrees in the daytime. In the night, 25. So which is still a bit more acceptable.
Yeah.
And then the humidity in the raining season can go up to 90, 95% of humidity. So it's really crazy to find a way to keep your chocolate in good conditions. So first, the first thing you have to adapt. So you cannot put a long expiry date on your chocolate, on your products. It will never stay good for a long time. So we have to accept to reduce the life cycle of the chocolate. So most of our chocolate is about 6 months, maximum 1 year. Really well wrapped, and then distributing. That's like totally crazy. So my first try through some companies, the chocolate was melted, was destroyed. Like oh. And you work with supermarkets here, they don't understand. They just throw the boxes on the street. I didn't say it's good
Yeah.
chocolate for the melt.
It's Belgian chocolate.
Yeah, but the compound chocolate doesn't melt. It's like a
Yeah.
stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
They used to that one. So to explain all those things to
Yeah.
that good chocolate melts. Really? Why?
And let's talk a little when you started your bean to bar business. Okay, so I guess that you needed some help also in that very moment. How was it? Was it this turn into this bean to bar?
It's more recently that I started because first I start with zero money. I had no capital, so a small shop, and then a little production house, and a little by little growing like that. So it took me quite a while to get a bit of capital to invest. Because even the tempering we were doing in with the bain marie, so the bain marie, the water and the
Yeah.
chocolate in the kettle. So we were doing this all very manually without any machines. And also, I think when I started, there were actually even no machines available, only big machines most of the time. Very difficult to find something adapted to a small production. So when I decided to start the Bintu Bar. I was looking around to find a line of nice small machines, and FBM, of course, was providing these lines of for chocolate artisan, and that was just perfect for me. So I contact Umberto, and we discussed about what was possible, and I invest in the complete line. So except the roaster that I made locally, because you have a lot of coffee makers here. So
Yeah.
roasters are easy things to find. I wanted to have something complete, easy, that I can put in a not too big space, and that was perfect. So that line started, but then honestly. I had to learn everything at that time. I didn't really know how to do it. So in Indonesia, there's a program where you can ask consultants from the Netherlands. They have a very big connection with the Netherlands, and they have all these experts, retired people. They just
Yes.
happy to come spend 2 weeks in a country and explain, share their knowledge. So we had that also. Of course, the discussion with FBM also to explain us how to do it through video tutorials and things like that helped a lot. And then what was actually complicated, I mean, Indonesia is a big producer of cocoa, but
Yeah.
honestly, to find quality beans here, it's kind of a challenge. Most of the farmers, they are not really doing the process properly, so the quality of the beans is not always very good. And this took a long time for us to get to a good quality with our local farmers. So that was one thing, and then understand the roasting, and also do the right mix, get the finest texture that we wanted. Understand the conching, the aging, because your chocolate when it comes out of the machine, well, it's not that good, but
Yeah.
you wait, and it's maturing. So all this process I learned by myself, with my team, and with every advice we could get from you and from other people.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that Indonesia is I think it is the third country in the world for cocoa production, but it is difficult to find. You have in Sulawesi, in Sumatra, something also in near Bali. Where do you take and you have found somebody that give to you always the how to say the cocoa, or you change each time you find a new different supply.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of suppliers from all over Indonesia. So we tried, of course, to work with all very close ones. So the farmers in Yogyakarta. So there are two areas here. It's called Kulon Progo and Gunung Kidul area. It's a bit dry area, but the farmers are doing a good job. So the quality of the beans is pretty okay. It's Forestero is not really top
Yeah.
quality, but it's decent. And especially one farmer is really he worked with a university, so he's really want to learn, and he's doing the process very well. The others is up and down, but that one is good, and he's supplying us on regular base and always quite stable quality. And when he has bad quality, give to the others, and he keep the good quality.
That's right. Thierry, tell in a few words the difference from a compound to industrial chocolate to bean to bar chocolate, because you have experience of all of the.
Yeah, I'm a totally anti-compound, so this is no way I'm using compound. And my mission, that's my mission since the beginning. I say,
In Indonesia, is that? Yeah.
yeah, I have to make people understand what is good chocolate, you know. So it has always been the my motivation and my mission here. That's why I don't export. I stay here because you have to understand, all of you,
Yeah.
this horrible thing. But the compound company are not happy with me. They are my enemies. But it's okay, I don't care. And industrial chocolate, industrial good chocolate, is mostly how to say, like it's like a commercial wine, you know, like something that everybody will like and is affordable. So, but there's no character. It's a bit flat, you know. And then the bean to bar chocolate, that's another world. That's a totally another world. Is To me, it's an adventure, a new adventure. You know, to explore that part, because it's a surprise all the time. You know, you have these chocolates. The character is so different, and it's amazing. And sometimes, if you miss the right percentage, you miss completely the right taste of the chocolate. So you have to find the exact percentage. The chocolate from Flores, for example, we usually make only 80%. Every time we have beans, 80% flat. You know, you try, and then they give me the 80%. And it was a bit like something, you know, was a bit too fatty, too. No, and then I say drop a bit to 78, you know, and then 78 all of a sudden is like, wow, it's like you know, it's like unbelievable. So, and this is what I really like, is to this exploration and learning and discovering new things, and it's not flat. Maybe from a different harvest, the taste will change. We have to adapt to the harvest. Sometimes the farmers make mistakes, and we have to also consider that. So it's very challenging.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah.
But on a small scale, yeah, because
Sure.
I don't do big quantity yet, so that will be something much more complicated. I consider.
Another peculiarity of Mongo is that you hosted schools and children from schools, because you have some sort of museum. Okay, so which is your approach with the Indonesian people? I mean, socially, because you are creating this, I guess, not for earning money, but you have to have a kind of relationship with the people, the local people.
Yeah, well, that comes probably from my previous experience. I'm a social worker, so this education part is to me important, and especially with the young ones, to bring them to give them the opportunity to open their point of view, not staying on the same page all the time, but get more page to read in the book. So that's my personal approach of it. And then, yeah, in the company values, we have educate people. So that's one of our company values. Also, we want to educate about taste, about good chocolate, of course, about taking care of the environment and things like that. So when I started, I only had a little factory and a shop, and people, I could see they were a bit frustrating. They needed more something different to do. And so now we moved to a new place, which is not yet finished, but there I made a museum, and it's an educative museum. It's not a collection. It's
Yeah.
very educative. So it explains the history of the chocolate, where it comes from. It explains how it's made from the plantation till the bar. It shows a bit of the process, and then it explains a bit about the different types of chocolates. And we have a huge amount of schools coming there because I mean, for kids for
Yeah,
chocolate is
it's
something
perfect.
so
Yeah.
wow. Of course, they will receive a piece of chocolate. They will make a little chocolate themselves, and that's the exciting part. And for that, they have to listen and learn a bit about things, history. It comes from South America with the tribes there, the Olmecs, the Maya. So, I mean, all those things they don't learn at school, and then
Yeah.
Christoph Columbus and etc. And all this history, and it opens them to the world, and
Mm.
I think it's important.
And I remember that you give to the children also the possibility to do something with chocolate, with the molds. I remember this. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they
great.
have a experience. So it's called the mendiant. So it's we tempered a bit of chocolate in a pocket, and then they can
Yeah.
draw a little a round chocolate, or they can make a little shape, and then they decorate their chocolates, and then the chocolate goes in the cooling, and then they get their chocolate. They create themselves, and then they
Great.
can eat it. Yeah. So and that's also part of the experience.
So, back to the chocolate crafters. Indonesia was full of cocoa drinks and compound when you arrived. You have been a pioneer for chocolate, and then also for bean to bar. Did you see some changes over these years since when you did start? So you have also other people now. Indonesia is changing, or it is so far?
Yeah, it's there's been a lot of changes lately. But first the bean to bar, so that was the start. So this trend of artisan chocolate that came to Indonesia. There are some other companies also doing that, and they promote this type of chocolate making, and that's good because it has repercussion for the farmers. So the farmers start also to make better quality beans. So more beans were available. So that was already a change to improve the quality uh, and have in the market a bigger amount of choices of good quality chocolate. Before I was the only one, or
Yeah.
imported ones, but no, locally there are quite a lot of brands making good chocolate and artisan chocolate mostly. So that has created um, enthusiasm into the people want to try. They see, they talk, there's a change. But I
Yeah.
think Indonesia is more ready also for that because they also do in coffee, for example. Before, you
Yeah.
ask anywhere a coffee, you get a Turkish coffee. You have the coffee in the hot water, and then you drink and eat the coffee, right? And now, since also a few years, there's people, they want to have this special coffee from this area. They want to have a special brewery to the coffee has to be made properly. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a change. And same in chocolate, exactly the same. People want to have, they want to know from where it comes from. They want to have a better quality. They want to compare the taste, etc. And so this is super interesting. And then there's a third thing that came in is the health issue.
Hmm.
People here, I mean, like before, 5-6 scoop of sugar in the tea. That's finished. Yeah. Because
So
diabetes,
yeah.
So no, just let me finish on that. But one of my best sellers now is 100% cocoa.
Oh,
People
really?
they buy 100% cocoa, so they eat cocoa mass. Yeah, they
Great.
we make in packaging. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they that because
But about this cocoa mass, this 100%, we know that Indonesia is full of fruits, okay? And normally, if it happens that the cocoa farms are close to the fruit farms, there is some sort of mixing flavor, okay? So, do you take advantage of this particular fruitiness? Is the cocoa beans full of fruitiness? And in your best-selling product, do you take this flavor out? Do you highlight this flavor?
well, in the single origin, we highlight them. So we like the specificities of the chocolate. In our more regular chocolate, I like to have it more round, so a bit more European style. Not extreme. But in the single origin, yes, and indeed we have, for example, in Indonesia the beans in general are fruity. So probably it comes from the surrounding, the soil also probably. But then, for example, we have one producer. The beans are spicy, so it's little cloves taste, And then I say, wow, why is that, And they say, yeah, we have a lot of trees, clove trees. Mix, I don't know if it's that or not, but it's the soil is influenced because those gloves they fall on the soil, and then they transfer probably the taste to the roots. So there it's affecting the taste of the beans. But then also, if we talk about fruits, we use a lot of fruits, local fruits, to mix with our dark chocolates. For example, we do a lot like a mango or a pineapple or things like that.
Tropical fruits, yeah.
Yeah, and then even the durian fruit, which I don't like. I don't.
Yeah, European people that does not like it, but
My wife loves it, but me no. Honestly, no. The durian.
Thierry, we have quite finished, and like to everybody, I asked to you the last question we do to anyone. How do you see you and Mongo in 2030, and how do you see the Indonesia chocolate market in 10 years?
Yeah, I see myself still in the chocolate business. I think I will continue until I enjoy it, and I'm learning things. I'm happy, I'm not sure I will become rich.
But
Are you
yeah.
Are you planning to move in some other country, or you think you're going to stay in Indonesia for long?
I'm connected to this country. My wife is Indonesian, so my friends are here. Actually, I would love to come more often to Europe. So I hope in the future I can do that, because probably my daughter will also study in Europe, what I want. And she's also into that. And so I would love to come and travel a bit and come and visit you sometimes, This I would love to do. But I think the chocolate business will continue to grow unless there is a crisis, economic crisis. Then people might go to cheap option again, to the compound eventually. I don't know, when you have tried a good chocolate, you cannot go.
You don't get back anymore, no.
Well, I think
No way.
No way.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Thierry.
Thank you very much for me. Yeah.
It's been a big pleasure always to talk with you, and I'm sure that we will see soon.
Okay. Terima kasih sekali. Sampai jumpa kembali. So this is
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you,
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.